And yeah, go ahead and find a position laying on your back, head facing me. Take a moment to feel into your body. Hi, Kayleen. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Okay. Take a minute to feel into your body. Feel your breath. Begin by taking a scan from the top of your head all the way to your toes, your physical and your energetic body. Just noticing here any places of tension or tightness. As we continue our practice of awareness, closing in on the last couple of weeks for this theme, I'd like you to keep in mind that our ultimate intention with what we do in any yoga class is to create space to make contact with the self. We a lot of times have ideas about what yoga should look like or what it is or can be, and in my opinion, the real yoga is what happens inside each and every one of you. It's that internal unfolding that happens and is unique to each experience and each person. Excuse me. Proceeding slowly, breathe into each sensation that you are feeling in your body as you scan through. Begin to tune into the messages your body is sending you. And throughout today's practice, remember that there is no wrong way to do a pose as long as you are listening to your body, moving slowly, and responding to the messages that you receive. So if at any time you feel like you need to come out of a pose and your body is telling you no, feel free to do so. Do so slowly and with intention. And when you are ready, move into tabletop. We'll begin with some cat-cows. Wrists stacked underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. If you need to fold over your mat or use a blanket for a little extra cushion, feel free to do so. Protect our knees at all times. Tops of the feet to the mat, and on an inhale, gaze comes up, belly drops, tailbone rises. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the tailbone. Gaze comes towards the navel. Inhale, back into cow. Belly drops. Exhale, spine rounds, pushing away from the earth with your hands. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Take the time here to connect with your breath and your body in a fluid motion. see yourself as a part of a continuous unfolding. As we move through each pose today, letting go of judgment, comparison, and just letting ourselves be where we are, meeting our bodies in this space right here, right now, however they show up. You can begin atypical movements, bringing the hips back, figure eights, circles, whatever feels good to your body. If you're going one way with circles, maybe invite yourself to go the opposite way. And coming back through center to tabletop. As we prepare for thread the needle, you can take this a few different ways. So from tabletop, reaching the right arm up towards the sky, then threading it through that space between your left arm and your left knee. You can also take the supported version, laying with your belly to the mat. Or if you'd like, you can sit in a seated pose, bringing the arm across the body. Whichever variation is for you. And again, if you feel you need to come out of this pose early, please do so slowly and gently. It's always listening to our body. Press through the left hand, gently unwinding. Coming back into a brief child's pose or staying in Sukhasana. Just a couple of breaths here. And then coming back through and finding thread the needle on the opposite side. So left arm up and then reaching through that space between your right wrist and your right knee. Draw the right hand underneath the right shoulder and gently press up. Coming back through tabletop. And find a wide-legged child's pose, bringing the knees to the width of the mat. Sink the hips down, lengthen the spine, crown of your head reaching towards the sky, and gently walk the hands out in front, lowering down towards the mat. If you'd like to use a block for your forehead, you can do that. You can use 2 blocks if you'd like to stack them. Feel the line of energy all the way from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. And with each breath, imagine a glowing, healing light traveling that path up and down the spine, coming up on the inhale and back down to the base, down to your root on the exhale. On the inhale, slowly walk the hands back, bringing the head up last. We will move into a toe squat. Don't be afraid, we will not be here long. So bringing the knees together, tuck the toes under, and you can keep your hands on the mat, on blocks. The further you lean forward, the less intense it will be. If you're leaning all the way back, feel into it. It's a deep, intense stretch in the toes. So if you need to lean forward to relieve some of that, please do so. If you're sitting up or leaning forward, try to keep your spine as long as possible. Shoulders down away from the ears. Gently release. Maybe walk the hands forward and pedal the feet out on the mat. Kind of wiggle around, maybe do some circles with your ankles, release some of that tension. And when you're ready, find easy seated pose or Sukhasana. We will prepare for a fire log, but if you would like to do easy seated pose, you can. So easy seated pose, we'll just begin like this. You can focus on your breath, spine nice and long, hands resting on your knees. If you'd like to take fire log, not you, bring your right shin parallel to the front of the mat. You can place a block underneath your right knee if you need. And bring your left ankle to the top of your right knee, stacking them, and maybe placing another block to fill that space there. If you have a lot of space, you can let gravity pull your knee to the earth, or you can fill it in. Again, spine nice and long either way. Let the shoulders drop down away from your ears. Tune into the sensations in your body. Not judging them, just allowing them to be where they are. Becoming aware. If you'd like to incorporate an affirmation for this pose, I would suggest I move from my center. I move from my center. And remove any props and unwind. Bringing the legs out in front. Just a gentle windshield wiper back and forth. Feet hip distance apart or wider. And move into the opposite side. If you were in easy seated pose, cross your legs the opposite way than you normally would. For fire log, bring the left shin parallel to the front of the mat. Right ankle comes to the top of the left knee. Notice if you are able to access this pose more easily on this side than the other, or maybe it's the opposite. We usually have one side that's a little more open than the other side of our body. Again, spine nice and long here. Send your breath to any sensations of tightness in your hips. And see if you can allow them to soften a little. Our affirmation here is, my body is an expression of the divine. My body is an expression of the divine. Slowly unwind, bringing the feet hip distance apart out in front of you, and just doing a couple of windshield wipers just to release that tightness in the hips. And bring the legs out wide. Draw the left foot in towards the middle or to your right thigh. Right toes flexed and pointed towards you. Sitting up nice and tall here. Crown of your head reaching towards the sky. Bring your left hand to the right side of your head and gently, without pulling, guide your left ear to your left shoulder. You can play around with where you'd like your chin to be. Just kind of feel into where this feels best for you. Sometimes tilting the chin upwards slightly can give a little deeper of a stretch. And release, gently drawing the head back through center. And drop the shoulders down. We do some circles with our shoulders, releasing some of that tightness we've been carrying through our day. If you've been rolling your shoulders one way, maybe go the other. And pull the chin down to the chest and just gently rocking your head side to side. If you find any places that are kind of sticky, pause there for a moment, sending your breath into this space. And coming back through center, moving to the opposite side. Left leg comes out, sole of the right foot towards the thigh of the left side, finding that nice long spine. Taking a couple breaths here. And bringing the right hand to the left ear and gently guiding the right ear to the right shoulder. And release, gently drawing the head back up through center. Again, just rolling the shoulders or feeling into any of those sticky spots in your neck. Feeling into all of the little sensations in our body. If you'd like an affirmation for this pose, try "My body heals itself." My body heals itself. Gently unwind. Bring the legs long out in front of you. So we prepare for like that cue. That was great nonverbal, and then it just yeah. Yeah. As we prepare for caterpillar, so make sure your spine is nice and long and keep it nice and erect as we slowly walk our hands out. And then when you meet some compression, let your head hang heavy. You can place your forehead on a block if you'd like. Notice how it feels here, breathing with some compression in your belly. begin to walk the hands back, bringing the head up last, and then just pausing here for a moment to kind of recalibrate. And we'll move into a supported half frog. So you'll want your bolster, and you're going to bring it lengthwise on your mat here. If you're at home, grab a couple of pillows if you don't have a bolster with you. And we'll lay our body on top of the bolster. And bring your left knee out to the side, laying flat on your belly. There you go. Left knee out to the side at a 90-degree angle. And if you need to place a block underneath your knee, you can to elevate it. That can help sometimes. Just kind of feel where you want to be. And you can be up in a Sphinx pose or just resting down on the mat or on your bolster. Our affirmation for here is, my body is a vessel for my spirit. My body is a vessel for my spirit. And release the left leg. Bring it along behind you. You can press back into a child's pose if you want. Alicia, you can just stay there. And moving into the left or the right side. Walking it out towards the bolster and finding your comfortable spot there before bringing your right knee up to that 90-degree angle. extend the right leg out. Press back into a child's pose. And meet me laying flat on your back for supported butterfly. So locate your blocks, your blanket, or both. And laying flat on your back, soles of the feet together. Let your knees fall open. Hands can rest on your rib cage or at your sides, inside of your thighs, wherever is comfortable for you. See if you can connect with your breath here. Coming back to your center. You can stay here if you'd like, or extend your legs out for your final Shavasana. Let your feet fall open. Take up some space. Let go of any shape of your breath. Allow your breathing to just flow as it does. Begin to let go of any thoughts, judgments about today's practice, about where you were or wanted to be. Giving yourself some time to integrate the work that you've done today. Starting at the top of your head, scanning all the way down to your toes. Take another quick scan of your body, physical and energetic. Noting any differences from where we started today. Again, without judgment, just being aware. Begin to deepen your breathing, bringing some awareness back to being in this space, being in your body. Wiggling the fingers and toes, making small movements. Before making your way to a seated position, roll over to your left side, symbolizing a new beginning. And when you're ready, gently making your way up, facing me. I'd like to invite you to close your eyes here and find a moment of gratitude for yourself in this space that you've created. To have a conversation with your body and your breath, to connect on a deeper level. On your next inhale, circle sweep the arms up overhead, hands together, exhale, hands at heart center. Thank you so much for joining me here this evening, in person and online, to create a safe space for us to explore our bodies, some movement, our breath, and to have a conversation with ourselves. I hope that you can carry the benefits of tonight's practice with you throughout your evening. Another big inhale. Exhale, sigh it all out. Satnam, may you vibrate as your truest self.